How would you feel if your computer was put up for sale by a stranger? Angry, confused, indignant? Well, this is what happened to thousands of people back in 2007 when 250,000 to 1 million computers were infected with malicious software and became a part of a botnet, therefore allowing hackers to control their computers, do whatever they wanted to with them. This botnet was called Storm and was rented out on the darknet to the highest bidder. Botnets can be used to steal people's data, perform distributed denial of service attacks, and to send out spam emails. So, what exactly is a botnet? The word botnet comes from the words robot and network being mashed together, as a botnet is formed when computers connected to a network are turned into robots to do as a hacker pleases. More formally put, a botnet is a network of private computers infected with malicious software and controlled as a group without the owner's knowledge. According to Norton, a company that provides products and services related to digital security, some harmful and potential tasks botnets can perform once they infected your system and network are using your machine's power to assist in distributed denial of service attacks to shut down websites, emailing spam out to millions of internet users quickly and barely traceable by email, generating fake internet traffic on third-party websites for financial gain, replacing banner ads in your web browsers specifically to target you, and creating pop-up ads designed to get you to pay for the removal of botnets through a phony anti-spyware package. This makes them capable of stealing personal information and identities, stealing credit card and other account information, including PIN numbers or passwords, installing keyloggers on the computer, providing open proxies by anonymous internet access, and performing brute force attacks on other targets on the internet. Let's move on to how botnets work. First, a computer has to be infected. Usually when attacking a business PC is infected after an employee opens an email attachment, plugs in an infected USB key, or visits an infected website. Next, a connection is made as the infected software finds a command and control server and connects to it while awaiting instructions. Afterwards, the virus spreads from PC to PC via the network. The next step is when the cybercriminal actually performs a theft by accessing data with malware. Lastly, specific data is collected by the infected PC and communicated back to the command and control server.
Botnets pose serious threats to corporations, government organizations, national infrastructure, and homeland security. According to McAfee Avert Labs, more than 70% of spam email is caused by botnets. The major problem with botnets occurs when they are used for attack purposes. For example, if several large botnet armies maliciously join together, they could threaten the national infrastructure of most countries. A botnet of 1 million bots can wield a powerful 128 gigabits of traffic. This is enough to take most Fortune 500 companies offline using distributed denial of service attacks. For businesses in particular, botnets are a major problem because of its continuation to spread and seek vulnerable ports and machines within a corporate network. Cybercriminals often use botnets to either take a company's server down in order to steal data or to commit extortion. For example, they may say, "Pay us X amount of money and we won't perform a cyber attack on your business." Smaller businesses are especially susceptible to these illegal schemes. These attacks can damage a company's reputation with their clients, cost the company thousands to millions of dollars, and even put their clients' private information at risk by leaking sensitive private information for the cyber attacker to look at, steal from employees' machines, and sell to others. Furthermore, it could prevent employees from doing their daily tasks through DDoS attacks. This is why businesses must take appropriate action to stop them. When there's a lack of cyber infrastructure within a business, they are opening themselves up to botnet attacks, which means there needs to be revisions and reevaluations to protecting their businesses.
If you think that your business is invincible to botnet attacks, think again. There are many examples in recent news of the damages that botnets have caused to big and small businesses alike. One of the biggest botnet attacks, in the form of a DDoS attack, happened to GitHub on February 28th. This attack took GitHub offline for a total of 5 minutes. According to GitHubEngineering.com, this attack originated from over 1,000 different autonomous systems across tens of thousands of unique endpoints. There's no doubt that this attack was very costly. In fact, attacks such as these cost companies on average of $2 million, according to research done by Kaspersky Lab. Another example is the Mirai botnet. In August of 2016, there was a report of Mirai that went largely unnoticed, but became very prevalent a month later in September of 2016. This botnet capitalized on the vulnerable Internet of Things devices. By the end of its first day, it had infected 65,000 devices, and at its peak in November of 2016, it had infected more than 600,000 devices. One of its high-profile targets was OVH, a French cloud computing company that had become one of Europe's largest hosting providers. By targeting OVH, it was able to attack one of its many applications. In this case, it was Minecraft servers. The demand for IoT devices is increasing, and as more are being manufactured, the security of these devices is not as good as they should be, leaving vulnerabilities in the networks. The security of IoT devices protect them against these types of attacks. Another victim of this attack was actually a security company called Krebs On Security. This attack was brought about by over 24,000 IoT devices and lasted over 70 hours. In total, this attack cost them $300,000.
For policy recommendations, it's crucial for businesses to implement a cyber strategy to combat cyber attacks. A well-established cyber policy has objectives to identify, prevent, detect, respond, and recover. The NIST framework provides a basic structure to follow and incorporate into an organization. The identify function pertains to exploiting and managing threats that are harmful to each entity of the company. The prevent function will develop and implement methods and techniques that are efficient and effective to combating and deterring threats. The detect function will find occurrence of a cyber event. The respond function will help with the development of actions to take place when a cyber incident has occurred. Lastly, the recover function will establish ways to enhance resilience and restore damages caused by the cyber incident. Furthermore, there needs to be a strong relationship and communication between the IT department and other employees in order to prevent and minimize the harm from botnets. For education, we recommend that employees receive the proper education in basic cyber hygiene to increase awareness. This includes avoiding clicking malicious links from emails that are unrecognizable, avoiding sketchy and unknown websites, and avoiding clicking ad pop-ups. In addition, employees must perform two-factor authentication and have strong passwords as security measures to prevent the company and individuals to be at risk. We suggest proper allocation of money and resources used to train employees.
For technical recommendations, we suggest the IT department to take the proper precautions and necessary steps to build a solid infrastructure within the network to safeguard itself from botnets. This in return will help the business protect its digital assets and prepare itself for an attack. We recommend that installation of proper and effective anti-malware/virus software across our machines. Furthermore, to ensure workstations are up to date in System OS software, perform and schedule daily scans. Lastly, to filter and scan the network through firewall and intrusion detection systems logs to detect suspicious behavior, anomalies, and foreign IP addresses. A more upcoming and efficient technical recommendation could be utilizing machine learning. Machine learning shows potential in phishing detection by creating models to learn from sites that are malicious, and then it will be able to differentiate harmful websites to avoid in real time within the web browser. In return, this will accomplish and ensure employees are browsing the web safely within the company's network. In conclusion, protect your business. Remember that these attacks are costly and cost around $2 million on average. As the Internet of Things grows when new technologies are created, so does the amount of cyber criminal and people willing to pay for illegally obtained data. It's apparent there lacks security development in IoT devices. Therefore, companies and individuals must take the necessary precautions and actions to safeguard themselves from botnets. This includes the things mentioned before, like upgrading your cybersecurity infrastructure, training your employees, and implementing policies to protect you. To further learn more about these botnets, please visit these provided links and sources.